focus. The future, where the hope is. True order, stock some bread, trying to keep some hope alive for the times we got ahead.
So we pick up SO straight, we pick up Red Rap, we pick up KRS, and your subs, where you at? In the future I can see that we never going back. Like a train, I'm on this track, or whatever, never back. Hey yo, pick up SO straight, pick up Red Rap, we pick up KRS, and your subs, where you at? In the future I can see that we never going back. Like a train, I'm on this track, or whatever, never back.
Yo, crazy shout out to my man Don Salant, the Don Waves 1, you know what I'm saying? The original 6 Sense crew, DJ Lion, Cutmaster Kurt, and of course, Blast Master KRS-One. We ain't never looking back, you know what I'm saying? It's time to move forward.
Things just ain't the same. 40 people in the game claiming they rap. It's a shame. They spitting dumb lyrics or it's just basic. I'm about to run things like Jay went and rock the nation. Young poet on a different grind. Misunderstood cause half of these lames can't get my mind. You can play me like a sucker on any track. I'm a lethal weapon, no Danny Glover. Hold up, a fair weapon is zone. My zone is on a level these lames they stepping on. In the game, I'm hungry, a zombie. Lyrically possessed in the booth is where you can find me. Go and get it while it's getting good. Bring a different flow from a young dude in the hood. Hated to love it, I know you mad. I fall back with a pen in the pad, cause I'm thinking of a master plan. A microphone fiend, placing the game, spitting real music, making my own lane, making the change. So you see that I'm not the same, so I'm thinking of a master plan. They told me to give it what I got, make it hot, cause I'm planning on making my spot. I'm bringing back that real hip hop. They say every day it starts born. Well, here I am. I'm like the prodigy of Rakim, blended with Lupe and the little Kanye. I got a blueprint mindset like I'm Jay. Speak a word like Common. That's how I have to be. I'm just trying to get by like Talib Kweli. If everything is everything, like Lauryn Hill say, then I see why we listen to the corny music today. It's all the same. Is it gonna change? Nobody with platinum at 14. What a shame. Where's Most Def? Where's Tribe Called Quest? It's still the Young Thug music is a mess. I follow Kendrick Lamar, I see J. Cole. I get on a level, they be like Drake Cole. People trying to start a new trend. I'm out bringing that real hip-hop and music again, so I'm thinking of a master plan. A microphone fiend, placing the game, spitting real music, making my own lane, making the change. So you see that I'm not the same, so I'm thinking of a master plan. They told me to give it what I got, make it hot, cause I'm planning on making my spot. I'm bringing back that real hip hop. I'm thinking of a master plan. I'm going hard with the world in the palm of my hand. On the track, I'm B.O.B. Not Bobby Ray, but B.O.B. Bomb on the beat. I'm just a pharaoh walking out his tomb, resurrection. Schooling all these lames, I hope they get the lesson. I'm a blessed poet when I write. I breathe on the mic. They gave this beat a new life. I was told to dumb it down, never that. Cause I remain a talented man up on his hat. Stay true with real, recognize real. In the game, I'm on the level in my zone, had no chill. I'm a nice dude, but I had to change of heart. In the game, swimming in the water with the sharks. I'm used to a lot of things, but now the only different thing is that I wear a crown.
Thinking of a master plan.
A microphone fiend, placing the game, spitting real music.
Thinking of the master plan, spitting that real hip hop. Turn up entertainment, baby. It's your OG, Mr. Mike, manager and CEO. It's the Late Show, baby. October 26th. Come on out, TLA. Joe Button, P.D. Crack, the Rage Tour, baby. I'll be helping with the promo for that event. So you definitely will be seeing me in the streets, Philly. Mainly around the South Street area. TLA, October 26th. P.D. Crack, Joe Buttons, Mr. Mike will be in the building. So like I was saying, tonight's show is one of them serious shows. You know, every now and then you gotta have a serious show. So tonight definitely a serious show. It's all about the violence. Violence all around you. And the youth, especially in Philly, the youth in Philly is off the chain. It's like crazy. So what we gonna do? We gonna call up my man B Sloan. I call him B Sloan. This is we gonna call this his weekly call up. Positive brother, once a week we gonna call him up, for hot topics. Pick his brain. He even got some life lessons. Yeah, I seen that video, big. So we're gonna ask him to share his life lesson with us.
Hello? What's up, Michael?
B Sloan, what's up, my brother?
How you doing tonight?
I'm doing okay. Once again, it's always a pleasure to have you on my show. This is the Turn Up Entertainment, the Late Show edition.
Well, you're going to have to bear with me a little bit. For some reason, I can't hear you all that high, but I can hear you, I think, enough to respond.
Okay. Let me see if I can adjust these dials a little bit. How's that? That better?
A little bit better. But we can make it work.
Okay. I was just telling my listeners and my followers about all the violence that's going on, especially with the youth in Philadelphia, and not only the youth, but it's definitely a lot of violence going on. And sometimes, I try not to play the race card, but sometimes that card is definitely played. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, let me address the race card comment. The thing is, you wouldn't be able to play the race card if it wasn't an attack. Shout out to Paul Mooney. That's something that he always said. So, if this issue wasn't a bad issue since the founding of this country, it's not even something that we could even mention. So the fact that it's around and that we can mention it, that explains right there why, playing race card is, is something you could do, because things are definitely split down racial lines. I mean, it's not something that we created. It's something that is systematic. But to address the violence, this is a violent country. This country was based on violence. This country was founded by violence, and it still is. I mean, we could talk about the youth. Let's address that for a second. You mentioned there's violence by the youth, but you did say violence by everyone. But let's just talk about the youth for a second. What did we give them? What legacy did we leave to them for them not to be violent? We set that table for them, so to speak. It's not, this doesn't come from nothing. It's not like, well, these kids were born violent. This is something that they learned. This is something that was taught to them through, parents, through media, through just the culture of this country is based in violence. You mentioned earlier, you said something about the children or the people from the 80s are violent. I beg to differ with you, respectfully. That's when the drug epidemic really started, the crack epidemic, excuse me.
Yes, that did.
And there wasn't nothing but violence going on then.
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
That thought did cross my mind. And what I meant by violence is I think like nowadays most of violence is from like I would say younger generation or like an older generation. That's why I made the comment.
Okay, I mean, but again, I know I was born in the 70s, so around when the 80s hit, I was a little preteen, teenager, young adult.
Yeah, me too.
So
me too.
That was really my whole era, basically. Teenage era, excuse me. So the thing about the 80s was, crack made the rise, and it was very, very violent. People were fighting for turf. I mean, a lot of OGs that I know that were, so-called swinging back then, that's how they got down. Now, the thing is, crack was brought into this country by the government.
Yes.
So,
indeed.
You mentioned race card. That's something that actually happened to black people. This is a fact. This is not conjecture. This is not any, storytelling. This is actual fact that the United States government engaged in drug trade to fund an illegal war. I'm not saying anything controversial because, again, this is a fact. So when when people mention the race card, where do you think that they put those drugs that they brought into this country? They put them in our communities, the black community. So you have a lot of children that was born during the crack epidemic that were born addicted to crack.
Is that AKA the
So
crack babies?
I think when you get a lot of violence, I'm sorry to cut you off, but that's where that comes from. A lot of the violent people come from that epidemic.
Yeah.
Go ahead, brother.
I said that's AKA the crack babies, as they would say on the street.
I'm sorry, I'm having a real hard time here.
Can you hear me now, babe?
I'm sorry about that. I'm having a real hard time hearing you. I apologize. Could be me.
I was saying that is that what they call the crack babies? That era?
I'm sorry?
Is that era you talking about called the crack baby eras?
Yes.
B.
I'm sorry, man. I'm having a hard time hearing you. I apologize for that. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, are you on the speaker? Got me on the speaker?
I'm not on the speaker.
Headset.
I'm not even on Bluetooth. I'm on the phone. But anyway, I'm sorry again. You can expound on what I'm saying. I guess after I get off, I don't want to keep you too long. But I agree. Something needs to be done about the violence. I'm not going to say we're going to just excuse it and just say, well, these things were done to us, so we get to, go out here and murder, rape, and pillage. No. It's definitely something that needs to be done, but it starts with us. I mean, we have to take control of our children. We have to hold our parents responsible for, we have to assist our parents. We have to hold our parents responsible. We also have to assist them. I'm not a parent myself, but I like to think that I assisted a lot of parents in helping raising their children with the right way. As an uncle, as a cousin, as a mentor. A lot of things that our community could be doing to help stem this tide of violence amongst the young folks is spending time. I mean, you just said you was born in the 70s as well. So I know back when I was growing up, a lot of the older gentlemen that lived on my block spent a lot of time with me,
yes, indeed,
teaching me, even though they had their own children. They gave me game. They laced me with knowledge. Like I told you the last time we spoke, everything I learned from my elders.
Yeah.
And I don't think the gentlemen in my generation really did that for the younger men coming up. I don't think the women in our generation did it as much as they should as well. I mean, I think that we were all consumed with our own lives that we didn't give back like the elders gave back to us when we were coming up. That's just my opinion.
Yes,
you could talk about the youth, but what did we give them? What legacy did we leave to them?
Yes,
what knowledge that we passed down to them? I'm sure it was done, but I don't think it was done enough.
I had the R.W. Brown Boys Club in my life.
I'm sorry?
I said I had the R.W. Brown Boys Club was a major part of my life.
Well, there you go. I mean,
it
there you
came
go.
off the streets. I had something to do on the weekends. I would visit my grandparents. They live nearby the club, the YMCA. I was active member of that, and it seemed like we don't have those things nowadays.
Well, I mean, I agree with you. I mean, there you go. And those things were done for you. We doing this for these children now. Every time I look up, social programs are getting cut. Meanwhile, big stadiums are getting built. School systems, school budgets are getting cut. Teachers are getting fired. Schools are getting closed. I mean,